Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Wolverines will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it back from inside the spot. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Maryland's offense will take the field first. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going, make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early, so we didn't forget about that last week.
On target to the left. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29. The offense lining up for a first down play. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Pressure coming. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that chip.
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
This defense talked about it coming into this football game. We've got to affect the quarterback. We got to rattle him. We got to hit him early. How about this? First drive, 2 sacks already. So far, mission accomplished.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Terrapins will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. So Michigan's offense will take the field for the first time. Time for an early look at one of our Heisman Trophy candidates. And while this award certainly caters to quarterbacks many times, Jesse, this guy's proven to be worth all the attention.
Yeah, he's delivering. And remember, David, there was a lot of preseason hype around this guy each and every week. This dude has been making big-time plays. To me, he looks much improved from a season ago, and he's got this offense rolling.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks touch the ball every play. Their stats are good. Rushing stats count. Touchdowns, obviously, so it gets inflated. But if he can keep this consistency, it's still early in the season. He's a guy that the numbers are looking really good, and that Heisman talk's going to get louder and louder.
Lewis wants to pass. Right down the middle. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. The Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Rides the back on the option to give. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks,
Breaks into the open. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
He does a really good job with that mesh point. The mesh point is when he sticks it in the running back's belly. When he pulls it, he gets downhill quick to chew up some quick yards. Nice play early in this football game.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. What a great job they've done in Big Ten play up to this point, and you see them now feeling as if they can accomplish something big.
No doubt, Reese, and I think it's a great start to the season. Like, again, you have goals and you have midpoints to the season where you're at right now. This is where you wanted to be. You wanted to be in the mix in one of the best conferences in all of college football, and Jesse, they're doing that in the Big Ten.
Yeah, they've been able to handle the stage and handle the pressure. With every win, that makes the next game that much bigger, and they've shown up on big stages on national television, and they've been able to deliver. This game, though, is the biggest yet. If they keep on the pace they're at, they're going to be playing for a Big Ten championship.
And you can do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clogged.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
Throw to the end zone, picked off.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Looking down the middle. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. It was just too easy, and he didn't look it in. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Quick completion to the right. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
And the Terrapins will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his man, it's Little. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? To throw, it's Tuggle. Finds the tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Terrapins are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw again. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. He'll keep it on the sneak.
Well, he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. Up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Lewis to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
He'll take a deep shot here. And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Going to try to get it himself. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, they were trying to go RPO. The quarterback decided not to hand it off, and the pass rush just swallowed it up. They got to him so quickly, knocked the ball out, jumped on him.
On the move, it's Little. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Got his man quickly.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes
and the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again. And the Terrapins will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. It's complete to the right. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. They'll go to the ground. He breaks the tackle. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line. You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
No matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they've built this brand at Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's going to be how they continue to build on that tradition.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Lewis wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Got it in the middle, it's Paul. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Rushes on him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Puts it out of the air. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Makes the grab on third. Touchdown, Michigan. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse agrees. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Looking to pass. It's Tuggle. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to...
There he goes! He is delivering the blow while running the ball, and he gets it to the 39.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Terrapins will punt it away on fourth down. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. It's complete to the left. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Tries to sneak.
You know, when you're QB sneaking as a quarterback, you got to make a decision. You're going right or you're going left, and that's all predetermined based on how the defensive line lines up. That's decision there by the quarterback.
This offense will start doing business from their own 18-yard line on first down. Quickly complete. On the move at the 30. There he goes. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Pulls and throws out the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Throws for the tight end. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Converts on 4th down. Still going. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that 4th down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy's not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot.
Turning it on. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. And the Wolverines didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Finds his big tight end. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back.
Hold it. Okay.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Line gets set, first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Play number 9 on this drive. Lewis to throw. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Knocked off his feet.
Look, I know this guy's tiny, but on these slant throws as a DB, you've got to get your hands on him because he's just too quick. He's going to cross your face too easy otherwise, and he did right there.
They're working that left side. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has a...
And that one is picked up in the end zone. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Single back formation, and they give it to him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Quick strike complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Long way to go for this offense. 1st and 10 from their own 12. To the air on 1st down. With the catch, it's Little. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone. The Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Tuggle. Quickly out to the tight end. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Got room to work. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. 1st and 10 coming up. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on first down. Bringing the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
Now from inside the red zone. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
And how about this young fella? He's slinging the pill, man. His completion percentage is through the roof. Dude, he's over 80% right now. Everything he's throwing is working, using the whole field, using multiple receivers. He looks like a different cat from what we've seen all throughout the season.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw, it's Tuggle. Under fire. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Hold on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see what's up with that.
Defense.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in College Park. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. He'll start the third quarter with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. It's complete on the right side.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO. Not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
The defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
They'll move the wide receiver. On On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Lewis wants to pass. Here's a hit. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He makes the grab. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Oh, man, this could have disaster written all over it. Going for it inside their own 40. Throws to the wideout. And they gamble in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. And, guys, not only a miss, but a missed opportunity to take the lead.
And those sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down the field.
Pulls and fires complete. Oh, he's got some space. And he is marked out of bounds after another big game. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. And the Wolverines come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Got it behind the line. It's Paul. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
They are really clicking along, 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. Pushes toward the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding. Here
comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes the grab inside the 30. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Terrapins line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. Back to pass, it's Tuggle. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback?
That's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Maryland!
And how about this offensive line? Third and goal, you got to have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
He's got it in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So here comes the Michigan offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Complete to the left. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. The Wolverines in the hurry-up. We talked a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
This quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Lewis to throw.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Gets it out quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. 2nd down coming up. He wants to throw it again. Snagged out of the air. Now the connection takes it to the 11. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The Wolverines, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He's got the tight end. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the tailback. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Tuggle. Pocket breaking down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game, he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, running back gets to give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
He's going to throw deep right side. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Trying to escape and get it himself. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, and he's done a great job all game long, making the right decisions, but knowing when to pull it and continue to keep drives alive. He's continuing to make the right decision time and time again.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Wide receiver going in motion. To the ground, he's got it again. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Lewis wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Here's the pressure. He got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Wolverine. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And they've gotten a superb performance from their senior quarterback. The aerial attack has been precise. They put up big numbers. They put points on the board. It has just been superb. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. Looking to throw on 1st down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Lewis to throw. Under fire. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
well, in that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Absolutely. Winning those individual 6 seconds.